Yo, and welcome back to Tales of Arc. And if you're enjoying the video, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. But anyways, back to some Mabinogi, the Dark Knight questline, not to be confused with G3. So, where was I? I believe I had to talk to Crystal, right? Touch the medal in your inventory. Okay, did you find that medal in Rabbi Dungeon? You show the Priest Black medal to Crystal. This does look like the medallion priests wear, but it's totally black. I've never seen anything like this. Perhaps this is just me, but I get a different sensation when I touch it. That I get from a typical... Than I get from a typical priest medal. What I'm saying is, it may look like one, but looks are only skin deep. It's possible that in order to conceal its true nature, it is using the power imbued in it to distort our perception of it. You tell Crystal about the Dark Knight armor. Are you saying you suspect it might be a part of the Dark Knight armor? Oh. Thinking it over, it's not outside the realm of possibility. If you want to be certain, I think I know a way. It requires a teardrop of spirit though. At the very least, if I have one of those teardrop, I should be able to figure out what this thing can actually is. Alright, so... How do you get a teardrop? Deliver teardrop a spirit to... How do you get one though? So tanks, you get one from having a spirit weapon, and you can only get one once per day. Okay. So I just talk to my spirit? Is that it? I wish the quest was more was more handholdy sometimes. Like not too much that is squeezing me and suffocating me, but enough to like gesture me in the right way. It's like, oh man, if only I had teardrop, a spirit teardrop, or teardrop of spirit, or whatever it's called. Oh, if only I can get one. But the only way you can have one is by having a spirit, and you can only get once per day. That way, I don't have to look it up and find out. But it's not like exactly holding my hand the entire way, you know? Like how the normal quest lines was. But this one's like, okay, you gotta go here. Oh, you gotta do this. What do I do now? So it's like that. It kind of reminds me of the old Mabinogi, where it wasn't that much hand-holdy, you know? Makes me think of the old days. I remember when forgot what was it, like getting 200 in Dex was like a big thing. Cause I forgot what was it. It's like balance or something. You had to have like a specific amount. So your damage range can't be too far, so you can hit consistently. But I think I was too lazy because I believe you had to do refining, right? And if you had like too much or too high dex, you couldn't do refining because it was like you had to fail, so you keep succeeding until they came with the production fail potions. And then, well, now they made it easier, and then they start releasing pay to win stuff by selling the straight up just ranking your skill potions. Look, I hate the gachas and how pay to win this game sometimes is, but it is what it is. It's a free to play game. And I feel like most Korean MMORPGs have like pay to win mechanics. I guess it's just different cultures. Like they're more into like the gacha stuff. Like for some games, I feel like it's fine. For others, I feel like maybe it's too much. Maybe for me, I personally draw the line when it starts going, hey, like, you get a damage boost, so you wear this entire armor set. You like, I give you 50% boost of damage compared to just grinding out the like and making it. They just, or something like enhancement set and stuff. I don't think this game has that yet. I think the most we had was the Dark Knight armor, but this was years ago. I don't know how it is now. I don't know. For all I know, there could be like, hey, you want a divine weapon? Oh, gotchas. You have a chance to get one, but it's like 0.0. It's like the same rate as getting a 5-star or SSR in Fate Grand Order. And I'm so distracted talking about gachas. Spirit weapon. Transfer. How do you ask for teardrop? Oh, never mind. Speak of the devil. Teardrop the spirit isn't an actual teardrop, you see. What? It's not? What is it? Poop? It's like a small gem. A manifestation of our power of blessing. I don't know what you plan to use it for, but I hope you find a good use for it. What do you want to ask me about? Thanks, Excalibur. Alright, so I got the cherry drop. I hand it to you. The metal and I are made of the same material, but this metal can't be part of me yet. This priestess... Oh, okay. Ah, you're back, and we have a teardrop of spirit in hand. Good. Now let's have a look at what this medallion really is. Crystal closes her eyes as she incants a spell. Simple spell. Aha, so that's it. What's that? The butt? It has that arc, that S arc. I guess. I mean, it's pretty doable. It seems your suspicion was correct. Ursula, in truth, this strange medallion is a piece of the Dark Knight armor. I was way off. I thought it was a butt-ass armor. Because it kind of looks like it, right? Maybe it's just me. Someone must have wanted to ensure this piece was never found, and they probably had a good reason for doing so. I got a bad feeling about this. Ursula, don't delve any deeper than you have to anyways. Oh, just one more thing. I just recalled something that may prove helpful if you're intent on seeking out other pieces as well. Tarlok's letter included an account of what transpired in Battle Dungeon. You fought against the Dark Lord and the Dark Knight there, right? Like, maybe when we fought, quote. More like, I withstood the ass beating that they were just handing to me. Like, they gave me these hands because I couldn't fight back. Actually, I heard something interesting related to that while you were off getting the teardrop spirit. I mean, I was literally like right here. All that remained after the battle in Battle Dungeon seems to have been transferred to Albi Dungeon. What? Is it like connected? I don't think anyone's taking a closer look, but I wonder if what you seek might be found amongst those remnants. If there is anything of interest remaining amongst the hell is detritus? What does that mean? I gotta look that up. What is detritus? For a second, I thought she meant debris or something. Detritus. Waste or debris of any kind. Okay, oh, okay. You're so smart. You have to use like these fancy words. You can just say debris or whatever. Your odds are more than fair that there's a piece of Dark Knight armor waiting in the LB dungeon. Here, take this pass. If you're up to chasing leads in search of more of that armor, this is as good as a lead I heard. Yep, nope, thank you. Alright, guess I'll go to LB dungeon. LB dungeon pass. Do I have to go there the manual way or... No, I was thinking, how do you get to Albe? You go to Barry, right? It's not the same way you get to how you get to Bao. No, I think you go through the same way from the same dungeon. I think. It's been a while. I don't know. Maybe you... No, I don't think you go through Albi to get to Albe. I think it's Barry. Anyways, I'll see you guys whenever I figure it out or whatever. Like, look at this. This is my complaint. If you're gonna move it, why didn't you just move it down? Why here? Like, there's no point. You might as well have just left it out there. Like, now I gotta go through this way. I gotta go through this stupid ass tunnel way with this terrible camera angle and... Anyways, I'll see you guys there. Alright, so I made it. Turns out you don't get it from the old guy. Yeah, it was Barry dungeon, but you get from Crystal, the past, which I forgot. But yeah, I made it here. It was pretty easy. But yeah, now let's do Albi. Shouldn't be that difficult, but I could be wrong.
Reaching out for something that's familiar, 'cause lately you've been giving me up. You know I feel I'm in a bed with a stranger. We're a million miles away from our love. We don't touch unless we fight, only kiss but it's a lie. I hate the way that we try to love. We don't talk, we only bite, show our teeth to prove who's right. I hate that I still love you so much. I can't just give it up, no matter how much we fuss, 'cause you already know Missing signals I don't know how to read. Wishing I could see what's in your mirror, and I would know just where we started to bleed. We don't touch unless we fight, only kiss, but it's a lie. I hate the way that we try to love. We don't talk, we only bite, show our teeth to prove who's right. I hate that I still love you so much. I can't just give it up, no matter how much we fuss.
Well, I tried to do that focus punch fits. Where am I going? I've been waiting. So, the one seeking the armor of darkness was you after all. Don't be surprised, I heard the armor's voice as well. Is this the one guy, the guy's teacher, sensei, senpai, master? What other words I'm thinking of? That armor you have is for Morrighan in origin. I was given the order to retrieve it, ha 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 ha. I am of no different mind, however, by now, the armor piece you gathered must have already begun forming the complete suit. As for the formers, it's not as though they're lacking in such armor. So here is my deal. If you want the armor, I'm willing to let you have it. For what? What's in it for you? I mean, you're ordered to retrieve it, so I'm assuming there's someone higher up in the hierarchy than you. I'm also assuming you're getting punished if you don't bring it back, so why are you giving it to me? For what? Wear the armor. Take you place as my master, Ursulith. Just a little longer and I can become one with you. Take your place? Take your place? Oh, I thought that was him talking. I was like, me, your master? I don't remember you. You can hear the armor voice. Kee. It looks like the armor has already chosen you as its master. Yes, don the armor of darkness and wipe out the goddess and her followers. Oh no, never mind then. Forget that. I love Morrighan. None shall look down upon you. With every paladin you defeat, your might shall grow. So it's just gonna keep switching between the two talking? Oh no, never mind. It's just spinning the room for some goddamn reason. Just as I thought, it's not an easy decision for a paladin to make, is it? I can understand why one might hesitate. There's no need to feel burdened or to decide in a haste. In fact, take what I give you and place it upon the altar and buried dungeon. There you can experience the might of a dark knight for yourself. Then, if you decide you wish to lay claim to that power, come and tell me more about what you experience. If you speak with Dougal, you should be able to see me in LB dungeon whenever you so desire. You needn't bring the armor. There is no shortage of it. But ultimately, the choice is all yours. I thought he was going to say, but beware, there's no turning back. Because once you become a Dark Knight, you're not going back. Oh, this isn't him. He has a different mask. Alright, so we just met some guy wanting to retrieve the armor, but he's letting us have it for some reason. I don't know what his motivation is. Maybe he just wants to corrupt me or something. Well, I guess we go talk to who we talk to. What's this? Oh, I'll complete the quest. Oh, I didn't know that. Deliver the armor piece to Tarlock. Alright. Hello, bear. So, since they changed it, I should be able to talk to him, right? It should put me in the instance. Wait until nighttime. Wait. Thank God for this update. Cough. So you made it through the barrier and have reached this desolate place. Tarlock is slowly looking me over. You accomplished what Mari and Raori and myself could not do. Thank you. But Raori, what's going to happen to him? Please, Ursula, if you hear anything about him, please let me know. And so I just talked to you. I did the same thing? What does the quest want me to do? Deliver the armor piece to... I am talking to him. Does it want me to talk to the real him at the real nighttime? Are you for real right now? What's the point of this if I can't even use this? I gotta look this up. Time out. Time the hell out. Alright, so welcome back. I finished reading. This is pretty much the last quest. The only quest after is the roleplay to try out the Dark Knight, which I don't really need to, because I'm assuming it's pretty much the same thing as Paladin. So, which, from what I've seen, barely anyone uses transformation, so probably doesn't matter in the long run. Unless I need to tank something and I'm about to die or heal, I guess that's that. The second quest is eliminating the Dark Knight armor, which I don't want to commit to it because I'm still not sure if I want to become a Dark Knight or not. Wait. This quest will be removed if you complete the RP dungeon using Dark Knight Amulet. You can still become a Dark Knight after completing this quest. You mean eliminating the Dark Knight quest? Or the RP quest? I don't want to risk it, so I'll probably just leave it at that. Or becoming the Dark Knight, which I haven't decided. So this should more or less be the last one where I just talk to him and then manually complete, I believe. I am a messenger that tells you what your heart is already saying. Do not avoid something. Oh my, you really found a complete set of Dark Knight armor. Thank you for your tireless effort. Now let me take a look. Tarlak gasps and his expression betraying his mild panic. It seems we have a problem. The armor appears to be resisting my attempt to take possession of it, Ursulith. Could it be that the armor has chosen you as the next warrior fit to bear it? Damn it all. This is all my fault. For all my planning, the thought that something like this could happen never even crossed my mind. Are you serious, dude? I feel like this is probably one of the big things you should have known about. Did you not do any research? Like, even the one book, who was it? The Piazra gave me was like, hey, be careful of the armor. It has a chance to take possession of you. Like, come on, bro. Why you do me dirty like this? That voice crack. I don't know why I'm swaying my hand like Ida from My Hero. I'm just smacking it at Tarlak in real life. This is like hindsight 2020. Like I forgot what's her dad's name. What was her dad? Maeve? Mormon? Whatever, Tarlak's teacher, who essentially brought back Glass Gibihibin, or whatever his name is, and he was like, ha, I know a way to defeat him. And then Psycho's like, ha, I knew that you knew, but I knew you didn't know that if he does die, he's a bomb and he's going to blow up. And Tarlak is like, what? I did not know this. Dude, you literally brought him back. Like, I feel like this is something you should have known about. But anyways, Ursula, I fear no apologies will suffice. I truly am sorry. Now we must waste no time dealing with the problem at hand. I promise, I'll find a way to break that armor's bond to you. Whatever the armor may whisper into your heart, do not believe it. I'll be in touch the moment I learn more. But in the meantime, try not to touch it if you can't avoid it. Also, this should go without saying, but do not under any circumstance put the armor on. For now, just be patient and stay in the place where I can contact you. Is there anything else? Nope. So manually complete. Hey. Alright, I think that's good. If I ever decide to become a dark... Will he still whisper if I... You're accomplished what? Oh, you're just saying the same thing what the other guy said. No. Maybe it would be annoying if this thing just keep popping up. You know what? I'm already a paladin. Should I just become a Dark Knight? I don't know though. Should I just flip a coin? Not a fan of those heals though, in this form. Man, I wish I didn't accidentally ranked up Paladin from rank 2. I could have stayed as a Holy Knight. Maybe I just... How long is the quest for Dark Knight? Bro, this thing looks hella long. Drop the Dark Knight amulet on Berry Dungeon altar. Solo. There's Rory. Which has 3 floors, however, only the first floor is fully visible. Basic combat skills. Bro, do I have to do this? Alright, so I decided I'm just gonna limit the Dark Knight armor. Because lore-wise, it says that Dark Knight are like... what does it say exactly? Oh, lost their faith in Morrighan. So lore-wise, even though metagaming, I don't think in either one, although in my honest opinion, I feel like Infra Black looks way better. And Chaos Knight. But because the dark side is always sexy and you know. But I want to stay with the lore and stay with the Paladin so I can serve Morrighan. So that's what I'm going to do. I will probably never transform to a Paladin unless I'm dying. Well, let's go talk to Duncan, and I'll probably just dump this all just into this last quest. In this one video. So then we can start maybe Chi 7. Oh, I don't know. I just feel like it's so long. Like when you look at these quests like on Wiki, it may show like it's like, oh man, this is so short. It's only like 3 quests long. Like I'm looking at the Dark Knight, it's like Tarlax's quest. Gathering the Dark Knight armor piece, acquiring the 3rd piece of the armor, eliminating the Dark Knight armor, or becoming the Dark Knight, which is like 4 quests. But then when you scroll up and look at what you gotta do, and it's like so much damn words, and you're like, Jesus, how long is this? So yeah, that's like how I feel. What? You have the Dark Knight armor and it won't come off? This is a real problem. There's a solution, but I think we need the help of Father Mevin for something like this. I'll let him know you want to speak to him. Hurry up and go talk to Father Mevin. Hurry. Wait, Ursula, take this with you. If it starts becoming difficult to resist the armor whisper, go to the library in Dumbarton and use it there. I hope the memory that resides within it will help you resist the armor's temptation. If you have anything else, let me know. You know so much about it, do you? Lady Lark has guided you here. It's good to see you well, Ursula. Chief Duncan told me what happened, so you run afoul of this armor of darkness, have you? Go find Tarlac with the potion I gave you. For a Jorah of Tarlac's level, the armor should come right off when he used this potion. Then, is there anything else? No, that's it. That seems pretty simple. I was imagining a whole entire like dungeon quest line just to get rid of it. Ah man, I'm getting rid of the armor. Guess this is goodbye. Morrighan, are you watching this? I'm doing this for you. It's my loyalty. Ah, you returned, Ursula. I see you did not come back empty-handed, even though it's just so cool. But I have to, for my queen. I should be able to weaken the armor's power with this potion you have there. Then I can finally inspect it myself. No, what are you doing? Arr! He's a pirate. Remember, you are no longer the person you once were. I didn't even use you or the other one. There, that should do it. I'm sorry you have to go through that, Ursula. But fear not, the armor should no longer be able to cause you any harm. I'll take it from here. I know I've little right to ask after all the trouble you've gone through due to my lack of foresight. But I'm going to use this armor to attempt to ascertain Roar's whereabouts. And before foreshadows that he wears it himself and also becomes a Dark Knight. So I hope you at least wish me luck. Is there anything else I can help you with? No. Hey, we're done. And that's that. That's the end of the Dark Knight questline. It's a little bit of lore here, some actual playing there. Although in hindsight 2020, the armor and Paladin is pretty useless for metagaming anyways. But lore-wise, Dark Knight's just corruption of Cecil armor that amplifies your desire and what you want, like times 100. Into like you donning the armor yourself and doing corrupted things. Or kidnapping, beating other people. Oh, just because you lost faith to Morrighan, while you're also being a servant to Psycho, Morrighan, and Maka. And Morrighan only has the Paladins. So, now we know. Even though I don't blame anyone for becoming a Dark Knight because it just looks so cool. Like all 4 forms looks great. Except for the first form. That's pretty much just a black version of the normal Paladin first form. If only I can... They should make a potion that lets me D-rank my Paladin back to rank 2. But it's what's done is done. It's time to move on. So with that, we're probably... I have to do G7. I'll see you guys when I do it. Or if not, or maybe I keep procrastinating. But anyways, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.